Hello everyone, so in this video I will not demonstrate the color change and I will not demonstrate the flourish, the one I did at the beginning. In this video I will just demonstrate how to force the card. I will demonstrate 3 different methods, however I only use 2 methods in this video performance. And this is the one I use the most and the easiest method, which is forcing the card all the way on top. So at the beginning, I tell the spectator that I'm gonna riffle the deck of playing cards, like this, and you will see any card you want, except the one all the way at the bottom. That is important because otherwise they're gonna look at it. It doesn't matter which card is on the front. Now, when I riffle the deck, notice it is beveled, so I have a smooth riffle, okay? So I can expose the card all the way on top a fraction of a second longer than the rest of them. Basically, when I riffle, you cannot really tell any card except the one all the way on top. And I just expose it a little longer, okay? It requires some minor practice, but it's not that difficult. Okay, and that's it. I mean, the grip, it can be this grip, or it can be this almost like mechanic grip. Now, the second method, which is the one I use in the performance, in the second variation, is by using 6 3 of diamonds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 3 of diamonds. Okay, I have a one-way forcing deck, so I just got 5 extra 3 of diamonds plus the one is already on the deck. For a production, this is what happened. I caught 1/4 of the card. Notice the absence of the corner is right here in the bottom left corner, and I'm just gonna hold the corner right here in the absence. So you have to be careful the way you produce this card. I don't really play this production too much because you have to practice how much you want to riffle, the condition of the deck, and how fast you want to riffle too, because sometimes the card may end up flying far away from it, or sometimes you may not even get a big production or a really visual production. So you have to be careful the way you want to play with it. Now, once I already do the production like this, and when I show it, I hold the deck in mechanics grip, and with a pinky, before I push this card all the way in, I pick up everything, picking up the gimme card, and I'm showing the one right next to it. Okay, so the same, because you have 6 cards of the same value. And I was playing with 5 cards, but I prefer 6 cards because the less you use, the less fast you need to go. So I try to use 6 cards because of the speed that I was using. So by using 6 cards, I'm flashing the 3 of diamonds. So also, because it is too easy to force the card all the way on top, be careful not to riffle all the way on top, because you may end up flashing this card a little longer as well. So they probably will see 2 cards in the process of riffling. Go at regular speed somewhere in the middle, and then go faster when you almost reach the top. Okay, and that's it. So you don't end up flashing this card. This is why I rather use the first method used in this performance, because it's the easiest one and the one you do it more naturally. Now, in few cases, one time a layman said, well, you're forcing the car all the way on top, so that's too obvious. And some people I heard, forcing the car all the way on top, it is too obvious. To me, it is not. I've been using this method, forcing the car all the way on top, and it's been working every time except once. So if they think it is too obvious or they notice you're forcing the car all the way on top, then proceed to any other force. But I like the one all the way on top so I can do the flourish and then the color change. Now the third method that you can also use is by forcing the car all the way at the bottom, but you have to inject the car right next to it. So because you have a car that is shorter, some people they use scissors to cut the card about 1 millimeter. But instead of cutting the card, I'd rather inject the card, which is easier. And on this way, let's say I want to force the ace of spades. So I inject that one is right below. And again, it is imperative that you bevel the deck so you have a really smooth riffle. Okay. Now the reason I don't like this third method is because we are dealing with fractions of a second. We are not dealing with seconds. Dealing with a fraction of the seconds, that's more complicated because you have to be not too obvious by forcing this card and then not to stop for too long and also not to flash the rest of them. So you have to be fast enough, stop, and then keep going at the same rhythm. But you don't want to overexpose the forced card. There you have it. So those are the 3 ideas to play around and see which one works better for you. And I hope you like it.